We're here with Deseret News BYU beat writer Jeff Call. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks. Good to be here.
All right. So our 5 questions for this week. First, which player or players have impressed you the most during fall camp this year?
Well, quite a few actually, at least of what we've been able to see of fall camp. I'd start out with the offensive line. I think a couple freshmen, Tijon Karoma, true freshman. Lapuahu is right off the mission. He's penciled in as the starter at left tackle. Those guys have really impressed. I think Harvey Longi, again, just another guy off the mission, and he's backing up there at the Mike linebacker position. He's looked really good for a guy that's never really played linebacker before. So it'll be interesting to see how he kind of works in. The coaches have raved about him, and so we'll see how how much playing time he gets and things. And then another guy that's impressed me that isn't on the too deep, but freshman Trey Dye. It'll be interesting how much they work him in because he's looked really good at times. When he gets the ball in open space, he really has a great ability to make plays and kind of be elusive. So we'll see if he factors in the mix.
Okay. As you know, Jamal Williams and Devon Blackman are suspended for Game 1, and wide receiver Nick Kurtz is out with a broken foot. What impact will missing these players have on this game versus UConn?
Well, I think in this game, I don't think it'll be a huge impact just because I think BYU's pretty stacked at both running back and at wide receiver. And I think the guys they have in those places will still be able to thrive against a team like UConn. I mean, you got Jordan Leslie and you got Mitch Matthews. You go on down the list. There's a lot of guys that will contribute. And then running back, kind of the same thing. Adam Hine, Algie Brown, Paul Asike. Those are all guys that are proven and they've done things in the past. So for this game, I don't think it's a huge impact or make a huge impact on the outcome.
All right. Given that this is week 1 of the season, what do you expect to see from the Cougars overall in 2014?
Well, I'd say in this opener, I expect a much better offensive performance than we saw last year in the opener at Virginia, just because this offense has a year under its belt. Taysom Hill looks more confident with the system. And I think all the guys, the offensive linemen, everybody feels more comfortable with the way Robert and I's offense is going to work. So I would expect this team to show a lot more in the opener than it did last year, a lot more points on the board. And I think they're going to be much better in the red zone than what we saw last year. And I think if they can establish that in the first game, if they can get off to a good start here in this UConn game and kind of build on that momentum, I think it should just get better and better as the season progresses.
Speaking of that UConn game, what are your keys to the game against the Huskies?
Well, I think, first of all, this offense, again, just needs to come out and show what it can do. Not be, I guess last year, you look at the weather factor and being on the road and the travel. This year, they're planning a little bit differently with what they travel or going in a day earlier to try to get acclimated. So I'd expect that this team will come out in that first game and be, from the beginning, kind of look to establish itself and establish its identity. And so I think the key of this is just, if you look at it on paper, I mean, BYU is a more talented team. They should be able to win this game. And it's very important that they just establish who they are and play their game and strike quickly and not let UConn stick around and hang around, because weird things happen in games like this in openers, especially on the road and when you're travel and other factors. So I think if BYU plays this game and takes care of the ball and the defense plays the way that we've come to expect from Bronco Mendenhall type defenses, I think they should be fine.
All right. Final question. You recently wrote about Bronco Mendenhall feeling energized in his 10th year. How have you seen that through fall camp and through your interactions with him recently?
Well, I think it's clear that, as everyone knows, he's not just a defensive coach like he has been. He's spent so much time over his career at BYU in that defensive team room, game planning and getting ready to call plays. He's not calling plays anymore. He's going to be on the headset. He's spent a lot more time with the offense. And making sure special teams is set, and so I think that's kind of freed him up a little bit. Not be so tunnel vision about defense, but he's looking more at the whole team and things. I think that's really helped not only his team, but I think it's helped him. And it seems like he's just more relaxed right now. We've seen him joke around with reporters more. I think I've seen him crack jokes more in this fall camp than I can remember previous years. So he does seem more relaxed. He seems confident. I think part of that confidence comes from some of the players they have coming back. They should feel confident. And yeah, it's for him. I think he does feel re-energized. He feels like this is what he wants to do. This is he's got clear goals of what he wants to accomplish this season and beyond. And I think for him, he's just ready to lay it out on the table, and what happens happens. And I think he's just confident in what this team can accomplish this year.
All right, Jeff Call, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for having me.